After it was decided that America needed to edit the Articles of Confederation, a constitutional convention was ordered. This convention would search for ways for the Articles to be improved. There were 55 delegates who attended. These delegates are called framers. Some framers were James Madison, George Washington, and Benjamin Franklin. Let's meet some of them.
Hello, I'm James Madison, and I'm the father of the Constitution. My ideas were the basis for discussing the structure of a new government. My plan is to create a strong national government. Hi, I'm George Washington. I was a very well-respected man throughout the country, and I strongly believed in a strong national government.
Good day. I'm Benjamin Franklin. I'm 81 years of age, and my job in the Philadelphia Convention was to encourage delegates to cooperate with each other during disagreement, and I supported the compromises reached during the convention.
At the start of the convention, the framers agreed to not find ways to improve the Articles because the problems were too grave. Instead, they agreed to write a new constitution. They also agreed to keep the record of what was being said in the convention a secret for 30 years and give each state one vote in the conventional proceeding, no matter the size of the state. The framers all agreed on some ideas for the new constitution. Some of these ideas were that national government should be strong, but with limited power, a system of checks and balances in order to prevent government abuse of power, and representation to make sure the common good of the people were met. Representation was a problem, but it wasn't representation itself, it was how each state should be represented in government. There were two sides to this. One was the Virginia Plan. The Virginia Plan argued that
equal representation is unfair. A state with more people should have more votes in Congress.
This type of representation is called proportional representation. The other side was the New Jersey Plan. The New Jersey Plan argued that
if larger states like Virginia had more votes in government, then the larger populated states would dominate in government.
The New Jersey Plan wanted equal representation. Thankfully, the Great Compromise resolved the issue of representation, but only by one vote. The Great Compromise consists of three parts. One being Congress would have two houses, the Senate and the House of Representatives. Two being membership in the House would be based on proportional representation. And three being that membership in the Senate would be based on equal representation, with each state having two senators. However, the Great Compromise didn't solve everything. Anti-Federalists such as George Mason, Samuel Adams, and Edward Randolph thought that
the national government has too much power and a Bill of Rights are necessary to fully explain and protect the rights of people.
On the other hand, Federalists such as James Madison, Alexander Hamilton, and John Jay thought that
a strong national government is necessary to people's rights, and the Bill of Rights would give people the impression that they only had the rights stated in the Bill of Rights.
In the end, the Federalists allowed a Bill of Rights in order to get the Constitution ratified by the Anti-Federalists. Today, the United States government is organized into three branches: the legislative, judicial, and executive. A system of checks and balances are used to prevent any one branch in dominating in government. The executive branch carries out laws and consists of the president, vice president, and cabinet. The legislative branch makes laws and includes the House of Representatives and the Senate. And lastly, the judicial branch evaluates laws and includes the Supreme Court. Thank you for listening about the creation of the Constitution.